Hey guys, pretty excited because we're going to play a game of Old School here, and it looks like we have a very capable hand. So I did a deck tech on this Atog Orcish Mechanic deck a little while back. Okay. I need a minute, I would assume. Well, we're going to keep this and probably go on a pause. Oh, we know each other, cousin. Ted. Good luck to you as well. He's going through his mulligan decision here. I think this is a pretty easy turn one Atog, a Black Vice, double chain lightning. Can't quite do all that. So it's going to be a singular chain lightning and an Atog. Actually, can I do all that? No, I can't quite do all of it. We would need 5 mana to do all of it. Moto is being very laggy, unfortunately. So hopefully it'll catch up to us here. Luckily we're playing an aggressive deck, so I think we can tend to... I don't even know if I play the Atog on turn 1. I guess I do, but if they're on an STP deck, it gets a little more dicey. We're waiting for Cousin Ted here. My Moto is very laggy today. Yeah, it's not me not being here, it's just really horrible lag. And go. We're all in. I mean... Alright, well, Lightning Bolt is a thing. Turn off auto yields. Okay, fast bond. Alright, well, didn't really want to see another mountain there. We're just going to get this out of hand and go to face for 1, so we'll put him down to 10 here, unless we see a Lightning Bolt. If we see a Bolt, we'll just eat our own Vice. If he has Bolt, though, I think he's going to tend to do it on his turn, so I don't get to pump my Atog for damages. But we still have one more damage we can do to him with the Atog, and then we're kind of hoping to Mise, but 10's a pretty low life total, and, for turn 2, going into it, with 10 life is not horrible. Well, I guess 9 technically, but I assume he's going to go below his. He's going to go 4 below now. So the Vice, kind of worked out. Is this a Bolt? And as kind of expected, I'm going to pump the Atog here, get it out of Bolt range, and say cool. Could have also saved this for my turn. I think Atog's just going to do more at this point. Oh, okay. I guess embarrassment concede. I don't think you had to concede there. I think you still have some game left in you. At that point, we didn't see a lot of his deck. Blood Moon may be good. He's playing some duels. Winter Orb, interesting. I think I need to see more. Let's just submit. He could have Shatterstorm in there. I mean, who knows what he's playing? He could be playing Jund something or another. I think he could have kept on playing it out, though. I mean, I obviously didn't have much gas left. I was a little gaslight. I mean, we did have him low, but I guess if there are a lot of great draws there for us. I mean, Wheel of Fortune's probably just game over. If I just get a brand new set of cards, I can probably end the game. The Atog deck is certainly better on the play, and we got lucky to win the die roll there. I mean, you tend to, I think, the first game get free games off it, or you will if you have Black Vice. So the optimal draws tend to be Black Vice with Ankh of Mishra really early because it's kind of a hammer-anvil theory. The more Black Vice does damage to them, the less lands they're playing, so Ankh does less. The more lands they play, the lower their hand size is, which means Vice goes down, but Ankh goes up. And then you just generally tend to finish them with the Atog. Alright, what do we think of this? Well, it's another Black Vice, Black Lotus hand. God, I can't throw this back. I'm going to keep this. Hopefully they don't have an exceedingly fast hand. I'm not an interactive deck. I'm pure aggro. Alright, so Tropical Island. Well, what else do they have? Anything else? Well, they have the, Alright, Fireball, bad draw. We really want a mountain there. So I think we go double Black Vice, Copper Tablet, and then hope to hit a mountain. They could Spell Blast this. Maybe I wanted to play my Mox Sapphire first. Yeah, the correct sequencing there was actually Sapphire first. Alright. Alright. Always yield to the Vice, and we'll always yield to this. This hand on the play was probably a death sentence, but for our opponent. But here, they have some time to get out of it. Ankh would have been the better pickup over Copper Tablet. Now I just want to draw a mountain, and I'll probably just play another Copper Tab out. Alright, they can strip mine none of my lands. They're really incentivized to play something here. Alright. Take the damage off the Copper Tab, Mountain, or any land. Any mana source would be great here. Now we can get Power Sunk on some stuff. Question is, we play about Power Sink. Like, he's not doing anything, then I feel like I'm okay. Alright, well, lag. Sorry guys, MTGO lag is rough. These games are probably a little less interesting than like the deck matches, because they are going to tend to go faster, one way or the other. When you're playing Atog and all these artifacts, you're generally looking to get a quick kill out of it. Okay, well, Strip Mine's not the worst draw. Matter of fact, the question becomes, do I even Strip Mine... Do I Strip Mine their Tropical Island to take them off spells? Or to play the Copper Tablet out and risk the Power Sink? I think the right answer is, if they had nothing to do on 2 before, the chances that they're doing something on 2 this next turn is pretty low. And I'll leave them with a Strip Mine, because I don't really care if they Strip Mine my lands. I'm just going to play my lands and play whatever spells I get. Yep, get all these up there. That's 5 damage. So unless they draw power, they're probably not casting anything relevant. Alright, they have some power. And a Tabernacle? Tabernacle does not worry me. Alright. So we're only doing 2 damage with our Vices, 1 damage with our Copper Tab down to 7. Oh, alright guys. Well, we probably had this. So we're going to play the Strip Mine out, get the Copper Tab down, do 4 on their upkeep, down to 6. They're probably going to get below Vice range on the next turn. And then it's going to be just 2 a turn from the Copper Tab. And then eventually, you know, we're hoping to draw into some mana so we can play the Atog out. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. Well, we'll see if he wants to play another game. I mean, I'll challenge him to another game with this deck. Or maybe something different. No, I'll play this deck. I mean, I'll let him... So, what is probably going to happen now is he's probably going to get a deck that's really, really good against this style of deck. Because this deck is kind of a Hail Mary deck, but I'll let him do it. We'll see how this deck does against a more contentious matchup. Evidently, he didn't think that was a good matchup for him. I tend to think, yeah, if you have the Black Lotus each time, which is not bad, you don't even need it, really. Like, Mana Vault is basically Black Lotus in this deck, too. I mean, you don't get the color mana, but you get the problematic artifacts down early. Oop. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, sometimes it just happens, man. Like, it happens to everyone. It's probably going to happen to me here. My guess would be we're going to get a grudge match here and pick up something we don't want to, or fight against something we don't really want to fight against. What do I think of this? I like this well enough. If I get a piece of power mana, I can really go wheels up with this hand, because I kind of want to get the mechanics down early. If I don't... Alright, appreciate it, man. Alright, F6. There's one cool thing about this deck. You can F6 all the time. Strip mine, cool. Alright, a bunch of Moxen. Okay, go. You can strip mine me if you like. I mean, I'm probably telling you that I have another mountain in hand if I do this. I suppose I could have gone with the strip mine myself, but I prefer to save that because I think my deck's going to fight better around strip mine than his will. I kind of also want to safeguard my Mishra's Factory here. So what have we got? Okay, a fast bond. Okay, strip mine goes to work. Always yield. And we're going to be a little below our opponent here, but I think that's okay. Question becomes, do I play out the Mishra's Factory to start getting in the beatdown with that on the following turn, or I just go with the Bolt to Face here? Or I could strip mine. I think a lot of it's going to depend on what we draw, so we're just going to wait and defer that decision. Well, I think that makes the decision easier. I'm going to go with a... And the reason being is because I will be able to cast out the mechanics next turn. I'm going to go with the Mountain, a Mox Emerald, Bolt to Face, and Go plan. And then I'll play out the Factory next turn, unless I draw a Lotus or something like that. I guess I shouldn't F6. I'll turn off my auto yields because there is a world in which I may want to use the Emerald there to pay for a power sink if for some reason he did that. Which would make a ton of sense. Okay, we Stone Rain my land. Alright. No, thank you. So, the next question becomes, do I want to play out the Factory, or do I want to strip mine their red source? They probably have Ice Storm in there as well. Man, this is really rough today. Luckily, again, we're playing a very fast deck, or a deck that doesn't generally take its time to win. Play this out. I think I'm going to go with the strip mine plan on the black-red source. Okay. Always yield. Nope. No, I'm fine. Give me my damage. Alright, well, now we just need a red source, and we should be off to the races. So, Mox, Factory, go. Okay, it's going to be like an Ice Storm or something. Just turn off my auto yields at this point. It could be a Time Twister as well. Energy Flux. Okay, well, that's suitably annoying. does that really do, though? So here's what I think we do. I actually like this, I think, because they're going to lose all their mana, too. It's kind of a spiteful and odd play. Alright, this can go on the stack first. This. And then this. Okay, so I think I do pay 2 for this thing. Yep. I'm going to tap this and say no. Come on, Moto. Because I'm going to activate my Mishra's Factory here and get in for some damage. Nope. Don't want to do that. Don't want to save any of this. I'll be down to no. No. And no. And no one more time. I promise this gets better. Alright, so I'm going to take my 1 point of damage off this down to 13. They will go down to 11 here. We'll fire up our man land and draw for the turn. Alright, well, Bolt's not a bad one because it's pretty cheap and easy to cast, and ostensibly they're going to be down to 1 land next turn. So while this kind of does screw me, it screws them pretty badly too. They're going to try to save one of them. I mean, this just is a delaying tactic. They're just going to lose them eventually anyways, and they're tapped, so it doesn't really do a ton. I mean, they could strip mine my thing, but I also have the Bolt. Obviously, Copper Tab is a... Alright, multiple fast bonds. Okay. Actually, does that mean it does 2 damage? I think it may be actively worse. Yeah, this is actually actively worse than just allowing this, just keeping it in hand. No thanks. Not going to be able to save this one, and hopefully we can hit, you know, either a Mox or a red source would be the best, because I'll just get in there with the Mishra's Factory and put him down to 8. No thanks. Well, again, waiting on Moto. Alright, cool. Moto, thank you. Thank you for getting through that. Alright, best draw on deck. Yep. Is a land. And attack. Mishra's Factory, this interaction is still viable today in Vintage with Energy Flux versus Factory. Factory is one of the ways that you can get around Energy Flux as a stacks player in Vintage, and it's pretty good. It's doing some work here. Alright, 2 sideboarding. Yep. That was a main deck card. It's interesting to me. Don't want Suchis in this matchup. Like, the removal looks like it's like a lightning bolt. They probably have shatters too. And that's an interesting question because Suchi can come down very fast in this deck. I don't think I want Fireball. I think I'd be happier with a Suchi over a Fireball. If I was going to cut something else, what would I cut? Possibly a Copper Tablet. It is one of the weaker artifacts in the deck, and put another Suchi. I think I want to go a little bigger. Blood Moon's also interesting because it does kind of just like, it appears that it would completely demolish their mana base. So I might try one of those and cut like 1 Orcish Mechanics. And I have the new art files again because unfortunately I had to reinstall MTGO. I need to re-upload all of my old art so I can have that if I want it. Alright, so this is a turn 1 Blood Moon. This hand doesn't do a lot, but I'm going to keep it. Maybe greedy. I mean, we could get blown out turn 1, but this hand will be able to cast whatever it draws, and ostensibly the payoff is, or the payoff for this hand is that he's not going to be able to do that. So unless he has Beb in, all right, that's fine. You can have all the cards in the world as long as they don't win you the game this turn or allow you to fix your mana extensively this turn. So black, cool. This may be an auto concession. One of the building constraints, you know, that is placed on this deck is it's only playing mountains, strip mines, and factories. And if he does not have basic lands in his deck, then Moon is going to be very difficult to deal with unless he can hit like the Lotus and other stuff. I don't even know if he can remove an enchantment. He has probably Beb. I'm going to have very few resources after this, but whatever I draw I can cast, more than likely. What are you doing? Oh my god. Computers. We may be having a second conversation like this today with someone. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play out this silly thing. Go ahead. So we're going to put up both games. I mean, I don't know if Cousin Ted probably does not appreciate these games. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, sometimes you just run into a bad matchup, right? And, like, I built this deck really because I wanted to play Orcish Mechanics. You know. So, Blood Moon turn 1. Got nothing else. Like, that's all I got. Like, so if you can beat the Blood Moon, like, I'm in trouble. Like, if you have Island or Sapphire, Beb, then I'm back to square one and I got Jack. Okay, well, that's another mountain. Alright, he's got green mana now. Green mana can deal with, what? Artifacts? Okay, Ice Storm. I don't really care about that because I just have a bazillion lands. Always yield. And no. And no. Atog? No, Ankh. Ankh's pretty cool. I don't really know if it's what I want to play out right now. Did I play it out? Come on. Moto, please. Thank you. I'm going to play it out. Then go ahead. I'll take some incremental damage off of it in my Mana Vault. Actually, I could like flip-flop Mana Vaults if I really need to prevent the micro damage off of that every turn. And eventually I'll probably find a threat, and all of these artifacts I have in play I can get rid of with like the Mechanic. Okay, well that does nothing right now. Just does damage to you. Alright, we're going to get a land blown up here. Probably a Stone Rain. Okay, a regrowth on the Ice Storm. Which one is this? It's this one. No. Actually, I take a damage either way if I do this. I'm being silly. I was saying I could like flip-flop the Mana Vaults. You can't. The damage happens during your draw step, so it's kind of irrelevant. Alright, always yield this, and go. I'm in the department of waiting for a threat. But luckily, most of my threats are very, very cheap. And don't cost a lot of mana, and are pretty easy. Alright, Strip Mine, cool. Alright, Stone Rain / Ice Storm, one of my lands, cool. My guess would be I have more artifact mana than my opponent does. Alright, they're going to blow up my other land now, too. Eventually, I'll draw through this. Alright, Wheel? I actually like that a lot. Okay. Turn off auto yields. Not a great pull, but also not horrible. I've got the Bolt to kind of bring his life total down here a bit. Play that just in case he does find a way to deal with my Mana Vault. Or, I'm sorry, my Blood Moon. In next turn, we can untap the Mana Vault to kind of get that off of our backs as far as a consistent damage source. Alright, I'm going to cast something here. Alright, a Shivan Dragon. That's a big dude. Well, we're probably dead if we can't deal with this thing. So let's do the counting here. This is 5 plus 4. It's 9 damage. Well, do we hope demise or do we untap here? We untap here. We don't have 2 turns regardless, so we probably don't untap. We probably hope demise. Go down to 12. Okay. Well, let's consider. We're going to go down to 11, actually, because of Copper Tablet. This does 9. Yeah, I think I'm actually out of this at this point. Fireball would do it. Alright, but we drew into a land. Well, we get hit for 9 here, go down to 10, have to untap this. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I think we can go ahead and pack it in here. We just did not draw very well this game. Kind of hit a lot of lands. 4 in the last hand and a bunch in this one. Not really terribly afraid of a Shivan Dragon, though. How do we deal with Shivan? Probably just go faster than it. I mean, Fireball is a way, but it's kind of slow. Fireball would have been good in that game. So would Suchi, though. Yeah, resub. I want another Blood Moon. I probably do want another Blood Moon over a Mechanics. I think what that game came down, though, to is like Wheel of Fortune. Like, neither of us really drew that. Like, he obviously drew a slightly better because he had a big creature that he could play off of it. I drew kind of nothing. It's a keeper. It's not great. It needs a threat, but it's got a lot of mana. It does do 7 damage, essentially, the first turn. And go. My hand is depleted. Now, if they have like Lotus into turn 1 Energy Flux, we'll probably lose the game. Alright, nothing. Green represents possibly Crumble. Oh, please go on the stack, Moto. Always yield. Always yield. What's my best draw? No. Suchi's probably my best draw right now. Unless my opponent has, like... Their best is Energy Flux against me in this matchup. They're like kind of like 5-color greedy, though. So maybe they don't have the mana, but... If they do, we probably just lose to that. Although Atog... Actually, Atog's probably my best draw, because Atog just gets huge. Alright, well, we're just going to drop this and pop it. Like, just keep him off mana. Buy time. This is essentially like a really bad Tangle Wire, is how we're using these strip mines. And I don't think we have much of another choice. I mean, we went all in on the hand, but I don't think this hand was either a mulligan or you went all in on it. That's how you had to play it. You either mulligan into something that's a little more interactive. Yeah, blow up my land, that's fine. Because you're at a lower life total, so Copper Tablet benefits me. So I think I'm fine with this. And I have a lot of colorless top decks that benefit me in this situation. Whereas I think his deck needs more mana. Mine does not, but mine does run more mana. No thank you. Ankh or Crucible are our best 2 draws. Land's fine. Go. But like just passing turns back and forth like this is actually a-okay with me. Like I said though, Ankh is like what we want to see here. Like Ankh would be a bomb, strip mine. All right, we're gonna play this game. Oh, he's out of lands? Well then. I think I'm not an utter favored to win, but probably like at 60 to 70% if my opponent's out of lands here. Strip mine. Blow up one of mine. They don't even want to blow it up. Yeah. Alright, well. Oh. Come on, Moto. Undo, undo. Actually, there's another interesting thing I could do here. Like, come on, Moto. Undo. Thank you. Go into my main. This program, guys, it's been really bad over the last couple days, and I'm sorry if I complain about it and it detracts from the video quality, but it's just so miserable. Like, there's not a lot that tilts me in the game of Magic. Like, the game of Magic itself, I don't think it tilted in, but when Moto itself just does not function like efficiently, it just kills me. I'm just like, why does this game not function? Alright, my opponent is probably dead next turn. They have to deal with this Atog. And dealing with an Atog on one land with and a non-Swords to Plowshares deck is going to be pretty tough. And they have like Bolt, but like I'll just, yeah, alright, that's it. So Atog takes it down. Let's see what we're drawing next. Alright, that was just Atog food. That would have killed him. Black Vice, also a kill. So, I am glad we kind of got to revisit this deck. I'll pull it up momentarily because we already did a deck tech on the Atog Orcish Mechanic aggro list that you saw here. And let me find the damn thing somewhere in this mess of freeform decks. Here it is. You know, it's a very mana-rich deck, which can sometimes make it... Alright, we're going to play another game, man, but give me a second. Which can sometimes make the deck itself, you know, function a little like it's a little floody. But if you keep good openers, I think generally speaking, the mana in the deck tends to transmute into actual damage over time, which tends to make it very powerful as far as opening sequences and then transmuting those dead cards at that point into damage. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, and we'll put this video up of some gameplay of the AtogMechanicAggro list. Take care now, guys. Enjoy.